Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to present today's commencement speaker, the 14th President of the Catholic University of America, Very Reverend David M. O'Connell of the Congregation of the Mission.
I want to tell you a story. It's a story about our 16th and perhaps our greatest president, Abraham Lincoln. His biographers tell us that he was never baptized, he never joined a church, and he rarely mentioned the name of Jesus. His widow, Mary Todd Lincoln, once remarked after his death, he was always a religious man, but never a technical Christian. He did go to church. And on one of the occasions when he attended a church service not far from here, New York Avenue Presbyterian Church, he listened intently to the preacher, to the pastor that day, as he gave his sermon. And after the president left the church, his Pinkerton guard, his Secret Service guard of the day, turned and said to him, "Did you like the sermon? What did you think of it, Mr. President?" And Lincoln paused for a moment, and he said with real hesitation, "It was good." To which the guard inquired, "You didn't like it?" President Lincoln responded to him without missing a beat. He never asked us to do something great. Archbishop Worrell, members of the Board of Trustees of the Catholic University of America, my university colleagues, dear families and distinguished guests of the graduates, and especially members of this class of 2010. Today, you will graduate from the Catholic University of America. 1,400 undergraduates, graduates, and doctoral students. Today, no doubt, you will reflect upon your studies and your research, your interactions with your faculty, staff, and peers. You'll think about your life and your time here at CUA over these past several years. Today you finish one chapter of your life only to commence another with your bachelor's and your master's and your doctoral degrees in hand. As president, your president, and the leader of this university community, I want to ask you to do something great. In his immortal Gettysburg Address, a speech for which he was roundly crucified and criticized during his lifetime, we hear again from Abraham Lincoln words that addressed a completely different situation than the one that brings us here together, but words that have significance for us just the same. Lincoln said, "The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. Those brave soldiers in blue and gray, drenched with the red of their blood, whose names have all been forgotten to us, made the greatest sacrifice for a great cause they believed in. Their greatness came not from being remembered, nor from any speech that was given to honor them. No, their greatness came, as it always does, from what they did, because of who they are and what they made of themselves. Their greatness came, as it always does, not from doing what was easy, but rather from doing things that required sacrifice. Their greatness came, as it always does, not only from what they had been given, but from what they chose to give away. And so it was. And so it is, and so it shall be with you. Your diploma from the Catholic University of America represents years of effort on your part. Now, as you examine that parchment in a few short moments, as you read your name under the name of this great university and under its seal, I ask you graduates all to see on that page the sacrifices made on your behalf by your parents and those who love you most in the world. The lessons taught by a dedicated faculty, the support, the friendship of those who surround you now in long gowns and silly hats. And finally, see on that diploma your own labors and your life here at Catholic. And with all of that as background, see also in your diploma one more important thing: the invitation to do something great. Shakespeare once wrote, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Some achieve greatness. Some have greatness thrust upon them." Let's face it, most of us are not born great. Still fewer of us ever have greatness thrust upon us. It is for us, the vast majority, to achieve greatness by sacrifice, putting what we have and who we are at the service of others in this world. Architects, engineers,